And it's good news with Dick Baumbach, and I'm Jeff Heiser from Success and Intentional Lifestyle, and I have Dick Baumbach right here to give us some good news for today.
That is the case, and that's what I want to do. Give some good news to your people who are listening all over the world.
You know, after the last couple of weeks, Dick, we really do need some good news, and I don't want to dwell on it, but it's really sad to see what has happened in our great state, and it's most unfortunate. But you're bringing us good news today, and I really want to kick right into it. And your first good news story is about a 98-year-old woman becomes first woman ever to earn judo's highest degree black belt.
Now, I have a question for you. When you become 98, Jeff, would you like to get your black belt?
I think I'd like to jump out of an airplane.
Okay. Well, maybe Sensei Kiko Fuka will like to join you. She is the first woman ever to have gotten the 10th degree black belt, the highest rank in martial arts, and she is 98 years old.
Now, was this in the United States or was this like over in Japan?
This is in Japan. She's been practicing judo since 1935.
Holy smokes.
And she just finally made it to where she got that.
Wow, it took her
yes.
It took her rather a long time. I mean,
what can we tell you? Hey, Sensei, you did make it. You did go. Okay, all right.
Oh man. So, let me ask you one other question though, about being that age. Does it say what kind of physical shape she's in, or is this? I mean, what do you got to do? Do you know?
Yeah. Well, what it basically says is that she has always focused on her health and on judo, and just while she had kids and married and everything like that, she just was focused on someday she wanted to get that 10th degree.
So this is a really good example that you have a dream that you can achieve that dream at just about any age in your life. It's never too late to do something that you've been dreaming about.
And she did it when she was 98.
I sure hope I can do my dreams by the time I'm 98.
Well, I'll watch you as you come out of the plane.
The next story that you have is about a calf being rescued by compassionate strangers.
Yeah.
What's this all about?
This was a photographer named Sam Beam and his buddy Josh Brinken, and they were they were riding around on a four-wheeler with an iPhone helmet cam, checking it out in Albuquerque, and they spotted ravens and vultures going near a watering hole. And it was like, what's going on here? Well, what they found was that there was this cow that had died, but the calf from the cow was there and basically still alive. So what they did is they dragged the calf out, got it onto the four-wheel, and got it to a vet.
Wow.
I mean, yeah.
Now this was on their property, I hope.
No, this was on property that there was wide open land property.
Because I mean, you saw what happened with this buffalo calf.
Right.
You hope they didn't save it and bring it to the vet, and it's like, okay, well, thanks, but we got to put it down.
No. This was a case where it was like public property.
Wow.
And they saw it and they said, we've got to do something. We can't just let this happen.
Wow. I have to share something with you about the buffalo calves. Recently we were out in South Dakota at a place called Custer State Park. And we come down this road, Dick, and there is thousands of buffalo. And just about every other one of them had calves.
Wow.
Yeah, and I could see how those two guys, may have stopped and put one in because they're pretty cute. But I wouldn't get out of the vehicle with them. I mean, there was one that was almost as big as my RV.
Wow.
It was huge. It was just huge. But, I just wanted to share with people that if they have something they want to put on a bucket list, going back to like the other lady,
Yeah.
the dream,
Right.
put this park, Custer State Park
Oh.
in South Dakota, on your bucket list because it's an amazing place. It really is. It really is.
Well, in fact, I follow you on Facebook, and I saw it, and I saw the pictures, and they were incredible.
It was very I don't want to say life changing, but it was something that I don't know if I'll ever experience it again, but it was great. Your next story is about a guy, Daniel Gelto,
It's actually a lady.
or lady, Danielle Gelko, lends a helping hand to children in foster care. What is this about?
Danielle, she adopted her daughter, Mia, and then she found out about the American foster care system and the challenges that are faced by more than 100,000 children and young adults who are a part of it. So she determined that she wanted to do something, and she made it her mission that she was going to help these people. She founded One Simple Wish in 2008, and the idea being to help these children and their families.
Wow.
And so far, she has helped 2,800 kids and raised over $2 million because she wants those kids to get help.
Now, what does One Simple Wish do? What kind of charity is that?
It's like if the kid needs a musical instrument, you can go there and they verify it. They will get that.
Oh, wow! It's not like I want to go to Disney World.
No, but by the same token, if the child needs new clothes or wanted to learn horseback riding, Simple Wish would take care of it.
That's amazing.
But again, they verify everything before they
Right.
just give it away.
Now, is her daughter now all grown up and participating in this?
She's now 16.
Wow, that's a good story right there. Next story you have: how a 29-year-old stockbroker saved 669 lives.
Yeah, now this one goes way back, probably before we were born. Actually, it happened in 1939.
Wow.
Okay, and what happened, it was as the start of the war, children were being transported from Czechoslovakia to England to try and save their lives before the outbreak of the war. Well, this stockbroker, he came up with the idea that he would visit Prague and help get these kids out fleeing from Hitler's army. And what he did is he gave money to the Nazis and said that it was for them to invest, but that they needed to give him a certain number of children for his investment.
Wow. You don't hear about this.
669 kids.
Wow. Now, it makes you wonder why you don't hear stories like that.
Well, see, I think that's the thing that we just shared at the beginning of this
Right.
episode, is the world so concentrated on negativity that they don't want to hear.
Right, right. Sometimes you got to wonder about that because, it seems like there's just so much bad news. And when I wanted to share this, when I was gone, if you want to hear the news, by the way, I tuned into Talk Network Radio because they were the only ones that I could get out where I was at online to hear the news about what had happened in Orlando. And I just wish that NPR gave you some good news.
Well, and I think that maybe TNR is starting to lead, like we've talked about. Now the networks, their last story now is all a good news story.
It really is. And, we'll close with this. I saw one last night about this young lady. She's a young girl, and she was born with only part of an arm. And, again, it was college students used the the 3D printer, made her a prosthetic arm that actually functions with the fingers and everything for less than $300, and didn't charge her, gave it to her, showed her how to use it, and this little girl was like, it changed. You could see it in her face. It changed it right there. It was unbelievable.
And so, and you think about it, you saw all the other stuff about the politics and everything.
Oh, gosh.
But what I would be interesting to do is do a survey and see how many people now wait for that last story.
Yeah, how many fast forward through to the end?
And at the end, take your DVR and go to the end.
Yep. So what do you have for us next week?
Well, next week there's going to be just a little tip here. A cop wins the heart of his photo as a photo of his rainy days that he spreads good deeds.
Wow, this sounds almost like a Secret Santa story, but we'll have to wait until next week.
Ho, ho, ho.
Well, that brings us to the end of another Good News with Dick Baumbach. And take care and stay safe. And Dick?
Have a great, good week, Jeff.
Same to you. We'll see you next week on Good News with Dick Baumbach.